What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TPA Ave Geek, and today I am bringing out a very different video than what I usually do. Today we are going to be doing my NG Models Wishlist for Christmas, or not Christmas because we're already here, so we can't really release all these models. We can, but I don't know, it's up to NG Models. But here we have a NG Models wish list that is mainly personal. As for me, I know that this one may apply to various different collectors, but mainly I put here some things that I wanted, and some aircraft will have an explanation on why I want that specific aircraft. So with that, let's get right into this amazing video. Please do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification bells so you'll be notified every time I upload brand new content. And with that, let's get right into the beautiful NG Models wish list video, which I'm super excited for you guys to see. If you guys agree with it, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you have any other suggestions that you guys would like to be in this list, just let down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to write all your responses in one big comment of mine and pin them, so if NG Models does watch this video, they can see all the big commenting section from what all you guys said. So with that, let's get right into this amazing video. Alrighty, and starting off with a very popular and high request, we have the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the current paint scheme. This is an aircraft that I would die for. Literally, I really need this aircraft, as I do need it for my model airports. I've been using that One World livery constantly, and yes, it is the closest that I have to the regular American livery. It's not like I had a Reno Air livery, or a Air Cowl livery, which is like really far away from the American livery. The One World livery is just the American Airlines livery with the One World, but I would like a full flavor American livery if possible for all my airport updates. This would mean so much to me. I know that this is going to be a very popular request, and I'm sure that I'm going to have a lot of people who do agree with me on this one. Next up, we have another very popular one. We have the American Airlines Airbus A321 with fin tip. This is an aircraft that we've been needing a re-release of for a very long time, especially with IAE engines, not CFM, not any other engines, but IAE engines. This is an aircraft that we've been looking for a while, as Gemini Jets released this aircraft a bunch ago, and it wasn't even with IAE engines. It was with CFM engines. It was a horrible aircraft paint scheme. It was one of the worst releases. There's tons of videos of that on YouTube, and I feel like that's when Gemini Jets really started going downhill for many collectors, as those were one of the first videos that I watched about aircraft collecting in YouTube. Next up is the American Airlines Airbus A321, this time IAE engines but with split Scimitars. This is an also very rare model that we collectors have been looking for, especially me, for many of my model airports. This would be a genius and awesome release, so NG Model, if you could do it, I would highly appreciate it. Next up, we have a model that hasn't even been touched or talked about by any motor company. We have the Avello Boeing 737-700. This airline's been around for over 6 months or something like that. Maybe a little closer to the year, not so further. Okay, so we're not going to put it so far, but this airline has been going around for like 6 months, and it hasn't even been touched or looked at by no motor company, nor Gemini Jets, nor JC Wings, nor Aero Classics, nobody. So NG Models, you would really make a very good hit if you would do those this very awesome and highly requested model. Next up, we have the Avello Boeing 737-800 with the blended winglets. This would also be a very nice release and a very complimentary one to the Boeing 737-700, as Avello keeps expanding over the whole United States. And lastly, for Avello, we have the Avello Boeing 737-800 with split Scimitars. This would also be a very nice release from NG Models, as they like to do a lot of those trio boxes thing where they do a whole design. So if they did a release with the 737-700, 737-800 blended, 737-800 splits, and they do like the little box art little thing, that would be a pretty cool thing for them to do, and I really hope they do that. So this 738 would be very nice, as once again I mentioned, Avello is expanding rapidly. Next up, you guys might recognize this one from my Baltimore trip. Yes, that is the only reason why I'm requesting this model. That would be the Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the Heart livery, if possible, registered November 788 for Golf. This would be a very, 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 very amazing release for us collectors, and especially for me, as it would mean a lot, as this was one of the aircraft that I flew not too long ago, and it was my first flight in Southwest as well as my first flight to Maryland. So this would be very, very sentimental to me if NG Models decided to do this model with this exact registration. Up next for Southwest is the Southwest Boeing 737-700 with split Scimitars. I do know RM Models released this model. I do have it, of course, but it would be very nice if NG Models released it with the much more appropriate split winglets as the ones that... I'm not saying that the panel model was bad, not at all. It was a very nice model. Just maybe the dimensions on the split Scimitar winglets were a little off, and they were maybe a little too small for the aircraft. So an NG model could do a re-release. That would be pretty cool. Next up, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700 blending winglets in the Canyon Blue livery. This would be a very nice release. Just one, not requesting too many of the Canyon Blues, as these are also getting repainted quite rapidly. So it would be very nice to have an NG Models one, just to have as a little souvenir after they're repainted, but it would have a pretty good use now as they're still in service. Next up, moving into Southwest Airlines special liveries. Starting off with the state liveries, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700 Nevada 1, registered November 727 Sierra Whiskey. This would be a very nice release for NG Models, as this aircraft or this livery hasn't been done by anybody. So this livery would be a complimentary one to finish with all the Southwest paint schemes. Next up, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the Triple Crown 1 livery. This would be a very nice model once again, as this model was released from Gemini Jets in 2016, and unfortunately, it is going for very high prices on eBay right now, so it would be a very nice re-release from NG Models to do. I will definitely buy it. Next up, we have the Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the New Mexico 1 paint scheme. This would also be a very cool model, and this would be one of the ones that I would actually really get, as this I really do like the New Mexico 1 livery. I really like it a lot, so this would be a very nice model to join my collection, and I would love to showcase it on my model airport updates. So NG Models, please. Now, second here to last on the list, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Missouri 1 paint scheme. No one has even tried to do this model or anything like that, so it would be a very nice release from NG Models, and they would be able to get the chance to be the first ones to release this model. So that would be a very nice model. So NG Models, if you're interested on becoming the first model company on making Missouri 1, here's your chance. Take it for sure, as this would be a very nice opportunity for all of us to get this model. Alrighty, and next up, I said for the other one second to last, but this one is actually second to last. This is the Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the Disney World livery. This would be a very cool release to have in our collections, and of course, it would has come to many of the Southwest model to many of the airports that Southwest serves, So it has come to many of the airports that Southwest serves. So it would be very cool to have this model, as the One World paint scheme is definitely... the Disney World paint scheme is definitely cool and unique. And lastly on the list would be the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Heart livery. This would be a very nice release by NG Models, as it would really help and it would be very benefiting to many of us collectors here for our collection. It would be a very nice release. Of course, Southwest 737-800s are always needed for all model airports, as well as 700s. So it would be very nice if they released the Boeing 737-800. And it would be highly appreciated, as this model hasn't been released in a very long time. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on the post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload brand new content. And do let me know in the comments below if you agree with the aircraft that are on this list, or if you think differently. Do let me know in the comments below, so I'm interested to know what you guys think. With that, my name is TPA Ave Geek, and I am signing out.